Welcome to Building the Perfect Mind podcast, where we empower individuals from all walks of life to unlock their full potential. Join me on a transformative journey as we explore the intersection of neurology, personal development, and cognitive behavior. Together, we'll discover the inspiration, drive, enthusiasm, and ambition to help you achieve your goals and unleash your inner greatness. From enhancing focus on productivity to cultivating resilience and mental well-being, we'll dive into practical strategies and mindset shifts that foster personal growth and success. Get ready to upgrade your mind and unlock a brighter, more fulfilling future for yourself and the world.
Hello there, and welcome back to Building the Perfect Mind podcast. I'm your host, Hagen Ojuku, and today we're diving deep into a topic that affects every single one of us: ignorance. Yeah, many wonder why a podcast on ignorance, but I believe is long overdue. Before we brush it off, let's get real. Let's get really real. We've all been there, stuck in our own little bubble, unaware of what's happening around us or why it matters. But the good news is we don't have to stay stuck. Today we're talking about how we can bust through those blinders and start seeing the world in a new way. Already, many things are happening that makes one lose his focus, and it makes one not even care about what's going on, and it's actually demeaning and somewhat depressing, I would say. But this podcast is going to definitely help us not just defeat ignorance, but also develop a new perspective towards everything. So if we're ready, let's go. So the first segment or first part is understanding ignorance. Understanding ignorance. So what exactly is ignorance? It's more than just, not knowing something. I see it as wearing sunglasses inside. Yeah, sure, you can see a little, but you're missing out on the bigger, brighter picture. So ignorance also means missing the chance to truly understand and empathize with people and ideas beyond your own experience. So here's the thing: ignorance isn't harmless. It can lead us down paths of misconception and bias where we make poor decisions just because we are only seeing part of the big picture. So imagine walking into a dark room without a flashlight. Sure, you might bump into something, but do you really know what it is or how to move forward? That's how ignorance works in our lives. It's actually limits us. It's limiting. So now, where does ignorance come from? Where does ignorance come from? Where does it come from? A lot of it is fear. We're afraid of what we don't understand, or maybe it's apathy. We just don't want to deal with it because it's outside our comfort zone. So let me ask you this: when's the last time you faced something new or scary head on? Did you avoid it, or did you try to learn from it? Here are some strategies for defeating ignorance. Remember, today's podcast is on defeating ignorance. I'll basically entitle it "How to Defeat Ignorance." So, all right. Now let's talk about how to defeat this sneaky enemy. Yeah, very, very sneaky. Step 1, self-reflection. We all have blind spots, so start by being honest with yourself. What are some things you've avoided learning about because it made you uncomfortable? Are there assumptions you've never questioned? This isn't about beating yourself up. It's about opening your mind to new possibilities. So next up, stay curious. Curiosity is like kryptonite for ignorance. Ask questions, explore new ideas. When's the last time you asked why about something that didn't, make sense to you? Just, yeah, ask why. Like, and then there's education, not just formal, but the kind we pursue on our own. Go out there and seek knowledge, attend a workshop, read a book that challenges your views, or even just have a conversation with someone who sees the world differently. The more you expose yourself to different perspectives, the more those blind spots start to disappear. One of the most powerful tools we have is diversity, whether it's cultures, experiences, or viewpoints. When you talk to someone from a background different than yours, you gain insights you gain insight that you couldn't have found on your own. And that's how one, I believe, expands one's understanding of the world. See, understanding is one of the ways I believe ignorance can be defeated. Yeah. So there are some obstacles to defeating ignorance, but I believe that we can overcome them. There are some obstacles, like I said, and it makes it tough, like, the fear of change or the comfort of staying in your own little bubbles. And then there's confirmation bias, where we only look for information that supports what we already have. It's like putting a filter on your life. Sure, things look clearer, but you're missing the full picture. So how do we break through? Take small steps, basically, that's one way. You don't have to overhaul your entire worldview overnight. Nah, it doesn't work that way. You take small steps. So start by exploring one new idea at a time. There's a friend of mine, a very, very dear friend, and he always sends some things to me which are very, very helpful. He doesn't know how helpful they are, but they are. He sends quotes, things he learned, things he observed, and they are amazing, if you ask me. And they actually fill my brain with a lot. So it's just starting small by exploring one new idea at a time. So maybe read an article that challenges your beliefs, or have a conversation that pushes you out of your comfort zone. And here's a tip. Always ask yourself, what am I assuming here? Or what's the actual evidence of this? Critical thinking is your best friend in defeating ignorance. Critical thinking. So the takeaway here is simple. The takeaway is very simple. So ignorance limits us, like I said. It keeps us in the dark, but the more we open ourselves up to learning and understanding, the more powerful we will become. This is basically concluding this podcast, because I'm letting you know that it's possible, it's feasible, and it's very, very much applicable. You have to apply those strategies and work towards them. So the more empowered we become to make informed, empathetic decisions that shape our future, it's the more the faster we defeat ignorance, is the quicker we get rid of those bubbles, that we are inside. So this is not just for ourselves, but for the people around us. So I want to challenge you. What's one idea or one area of ignorance you want to tackle today? Ignorance is an idea. It's an idea that is very dogmatic, which doesn't want to improve. So ignorance is sticking to one curriculum for 40 years. Ignorance is not being adaptable. So I want, like I said, challenging you today, or this period, is what's one area of ignorance you want to tackle today? It could be something small, like learning about a culture, or something big, like confronting a long-held belief that no one serves you. So whatever it is, take the first step. Every little action counts in the journey to overcoming ignorance. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Building the Perfect Mind. Remember, we're all in this together. And defeating ignorance is a lifelong journey. It's a journey that is lifelong. It's not instantly. So, but every step you take makes a difference. Don't forget that. So be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please do follow us. It's imperative that you do that. Yeah, so you don't miss out on our next episode where we'll be diving into the power of perspective. Yeah, power of perspective. And don't forget to join the conversation on social media using hashtag Building Perfect Mind. Let's learn and grow together. Until next time, keep expanding your mind and shining light on ignorance. And as I always iterate, make it a point of duty to make someone's day. Let's say something nice, say something good, say something that will make them happy. It's something that I believe everyone needs, especially in Nigeria. You don't know what someone's going through. Don't be mean. Yeah, don't be mean. Yeah, say something nice, positive, true, and kind. And on to the next podcast. God bless you and remain blessed.